that has been scoring the team points today.
174. This was a matchup that you were looking forward to. David Hussey, the freshman for the Duke Blue Devils, and Alex Faison for NC State.
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting matchup with Hussey stepping into the lineup, being a freshman, seeing where he's standing, using one of his redshirt dates, and Faison, a guy who's an NCAA qualifier, trying to bounce back after a tough loss against Cornell, and he got right after it, getting after a takedown, and now a hard ride with the single wrist ride.
Faison trying to break a three-meet losing streak. But, I mean, you get some big-time wrestlers, including Justin McCoy, number 15 in the country out of Virginia.
Faison's a talented guy. He's a guy who lost in double overtime last year to Mekhi Lewis, NCAA champion at the ACCs. He's beaten Luca Augustine this year. He has some good wins. He's kind of a grinder for them, one of their team captains, but a real tough stretch. The key for him to learn how to get his hand raised again as he's heading towards the postseason, trying to get some momentum back. He's right back to that underhook. Double unders now. Beats Hussey's head position. Cuts in. That's going to be another 3 points for Faison.
So a 6-1 lead for Faison. Hussey out of Middletown South High School in Lincroft, New Jersey.
New Jersey has some of the toughest guys in the country. It's a state with one state tournament. So when you're the champion, you're the champ of the entire state. Some hammers have come out of there. Hussey, a guy Coach Lanham talked about, using his redshirt dates, but hoping to get him in the weight room in the offseason, build him up. He's got a really lanky frame. He's another guy who could certainly go up in weight over his college career and to try to develop him.
(6-2) lead for Faison, who is approaching at 1 minute of riding time. He's at 55.
He's doing all of his work here off this left side underhook. Hussey with a deep whizzer there. Faison trying to straighten out that leg, cuts into a single, drags him back in, and he's going to get this finish here.
He caught it. Well done.
It's good technical wrestling on the edge, and NC State's done a really good job of that through today, dragging people back towards the middle, being patient when they get on attacks to make sure they're getting their three-point takedowns and then getting the restart.
There's Coach Pops.
Nice little smirk from Coach Pop. He's got to be enjoying what's going on with his young guys today.
As we mentioned earlier, both he and Glenn Lanham, former Cowboys out of Oklahoma State.
One of the preeminent programs in the country. Coach John Smith there now. Oklahoma State now ranked number 2 in the country this season, but both had excellent careers for the Cowboys. And that Cowboy coaching influence still running through NCAA wrestling, especially in the ACC.
Of course, Coleman Scott, who was another former Cowboy, went back to the Cowboys. He left a head coaching job at North Carolina to go back to the Cowboys. That's how much he loves it there.
Yeah, it seems like he may be the next man up for them when John Smith decides to call it. But yeah, the entire triangle had Cowboys as the head coaches. But yeah, quite an opportunity, and obviously he must love it out there to go back. To give up a great opportunity at the University of North Carolina. Faison clears the claw, clears the 2-on-1, and is out for a 10-2 lead. Back to the left side underhook. Once again, steps across that leg. He's going to put pressure on that knee. He's going to look to shelf this single leg and clear his underhook. That's what he's doing there. A nice job by Hussey. Clear the leg, get back to neutral. Faison transitions to a front head. Once again on the edge.
Rhino, Hussey down 10-2, but what have you seen out of him that you do kind of like?
Fight. I think he's shown some fight on the edge. He's up against a guy who's been at the Nationals. You're a freshman stepping in, staying in the match, not just being overrun, being composed, but high effort through some of these positions where it's easy to give up a takedown, flatten out, count your laurels. But I think he's done a nice job on the edge to try to, keep himself in the match. Digs there again. We're going to need a restart. But he's done a nicer job as this match has progressed to get used to the feel of that underhook. Try to keep himself in it, scramble in positions. And even if you're up against it as a freshman, it's a great opportunity to get out there, represent the university, and get a feel for what it's like for the future as he develops.
Well said. Great to be here with Dr. Dylan Ryan, a neurologist, as part of the incredible Duke medical staff as well. How many years of school does that take?
8, I guess. So, yeah, 4 years in undergrad, 4 years in medical school, and then another 4 years of residency. So it was a long, long road to finish up. I was excited to be back here at Duke and be part of the team and part of the community. And excited to be here and get to watch some great wrestling today.
Well, we're excited to have you, and certainly proud of everything you've accomplished.
I very much appreciate that.
Absolutely.
A nice reshot. Nice job by Faison to get a go behind there off Hussey's shot.
It's 14-3, 15 with the riding time.
They're calling for Faison to be aggressive, look for a turn. Looking to pull out that wrist, and he decides to cut Hussey. Right back in on a shot. Another takedown.
Rhino, this year, what is the premier weight class nationally?
That's a great question, and you may get a number of different responses depending on what matchup somebody might be looking forward to. I'm really, really curious to see how things settle out at 165 pounds. You've got two-time defending national champion Keegan O'Toole back from Missouri, David Carr, a former national champion looking to get back to the finals, and phenom freshman Mitchell Messenbrink for Penn State, who is an absolute buzzsaw. It'll be really exciting to see how that plays out in Kansas City this year, so looking forward to that one. And we'll get to a guy that be looking forward to hopefully wrestling on Saturday night here at 197 pounds as Trent Hidley looks to finish his story in Kansas City. Looking forward to a potential matchup, with defending national champion and kind of the head of the table at 197 pounds, Aaron Brooks. And Faison with a takedown to get the technical fall.
Yep. Hussey gave it his best, but as we rolled into the third, Faison pretty dominant there.
Yes, it really set the tone